Welcome to Eric's Movie Corner. I'm Eric, and I'm here to talk about movies. Let's do it! Today, we're going to be talking about the 1982 John Carpenter classic, The Thing. I'm calling it classic right now because, as of this moment in time, it's considered to be a classic. However, it didn't arrive that way. Back when it was released in 1982, it was widely panned by critics, some going so far as to call it trash. It did not have great financial success. It had a budget of around $15 million, only pulled in $19 million at the box office. So it didn't lose money, but it didn't do much better than breaking even. This movie is considered to be a remake of the 1951 movie, The Thing from Another World. However, it's also an adaptation of the 1938 novella Who Goes There by John W. Campbell. I think it's much more of an adaptation of the novella than it is a remake of the movie from 1951. But watch them both and read the novella and tell me what you think down below. However you want to look at it, I think it's a damn good movie. This movie stars Kurt Russell. And the basic setup is that a scientific research team down in Antarctica runs across an alien life form that has the ability to mimic whatever it comes in contact with. This allows the movie to have a great sense of paranoia and suspicion throughout the whole runtime. A couple of reasons it had so much trouble at the box office. One is that it came out a few weeks after E.T. the Extraterrestrial, which was just dominating the box office all summer long. So that was going against it. It also was released the same weekend as the sci-fi classic Blade Runner, which also didn't arrive as a success and is now considered to be a classic. But it had a couple strikes to get it when it arrived in the theater. This movie is one of the movies that gets pointed to when people are having the debate of practical effects versus CGI. Honestly, I wouldn't even call that a debate. I have never heard anybody take the CGI side of that argument. I guess it's really just people slamming on CGI and saying they prefer practical effects. But this movie is one great example for people to point to the effects done by Rob Bottin in this movie. And they're some of the best practical monster effects ever put on screen. They still hold up till today, except for one part that looks a little cheesy now. They're still fantastic effects, so it's worth watching just to see that in and of itself. The music for this movie was done by Ennio Morricone, the famous composer that did a bunch of the spaghetti westerns. Something to note is that the music that he wrote for this movie was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Score of the Year, whereas the music he wrote for this movie that was not used in the movie was later used by Quentin Tarantino in his movie The Hateful Eight, where it was nominated for an Oscar. So you win some, you lose some, you know, same music, best, worst, whatever, shows what people know. This is now known as a sci-fi horror classic. Definitely worth going to check out. You need to get it under your belt. If you have not seen this movie, I urge you to go watch it right now, because I'm going to put up the spoiler flag, and we're going to get into some details of the movie and show some clips. So I wouldn't want any of this spoiled for you if you haven't seen it yet. So go watch it. Go now. Do it. So, now that we're past the spoiler flag, the first clip I'm going to show you here is probably the best dog acting you'll ever see. The dog you're going to see in this scene was named Jed. It was actually a half wolf, half Malamute breed. And I've never seen a dog do anything like this in a movie before. Check it out. Alright, this next one is going to highlight some of those great practical effects I was talking about. Jed gets put into the pen with all of the other sled dogs, and this is the first time that the thing reveals itself as not being what it appeared to be. So check this out right here. This next clip right here is going to be the first time we see the Thing revealed as having been imitating a human. They catch it right before it's completely transformed into one of the team members. It's mostly there, but it's still got this weird appendage. Check it out.
It isn't Benny.
Alright, so now I had a couple of clips prepared to show you next on a couple of scenes, but I decided not to use them for two reasons. One is that they're pretty long. They're 2 and 3 minutes long, respectively. And the other is that they're just probably the best scenes in the movie, so I don't want to show those. But needless to say, this film proceeds with a sense of mistrust and paranoia. Everybody at the station is turning on each other because they don't know who to trust. They think everybody else might be the Thing, and they're right. Everybody else might be the Thing. And then basically we end up at the end with a climactic scene where the whole camp ends up getting blown up while they're fighting the creature. And then at the very end of the movie, this is one of the reasons that people think the movie didn't do very well at the box office, because it had a total nihilistic ending, which I'm going to show you now, when the last two characters run into each other after the camp has been blown to smithereens.
You the only one who made it? Not the only one. Did you kill it? Where were you, Charles? Thought I saw Blair. I went out after him. Got lost in the storm. Fire's got the temperature up all over the camp. Won't last long, though. Neither will we. How will we make it? Maybe we should. If you're worried about me, if we've got any surprises for each other, I don't think we're in much shape to do anything about it. Well, what do we do? Why don't we just wait here for a little while? See what happens.
So, overall, I think that this movie has earned its place as a classic. The ensemble cast, although Kurt Russell is the big name, the ensemble cast is great. Everybody's good in this movie, and all the characters have their own little ticks and quirks throughout the whole thing. So yeah, this is definitely worth your time. If you're still watching now, why? I put up a spoiler flag. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? But yeah, watch the movie. It's great. If you enjoyed this review, please give me a like down below. If you want to see more reviews like this, hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when new ones get published. Until next time, thanks for stopping by Eric's Movie Corner.